Alright, y'all, so I'm back with another quick Bible reading. I'm actually in a cemetery right now. That's right behind our crib. So, this is a pretty this is a pretty chill place to hang out. And, just looks really nice. So, I just wanted to read my Bible quickly. I'm just going to read 2 pages. I'm going to read Kings 16 to 1 Kings 18, page 298 to 299. And then after this, maybe I'll make a video on me just talking while I'm here, because I kind of want to spend a little bit of time just over here. So, for now, I'm just going to talk, or I'm just going to start reading the Bible. A message of condemnation from the Lord was delivered to King Baashiah at this time by the prophet Jehu. I lifted you out of the dust, the message said, to make you king of my people, Israel. But you have walked in the evil paths of Jeroboam. You have made my people sin, and I am angry. So now I will destroy you and your family, just as I did the descendants of Jeroboam. Those of your family who die in the city will be eaten by dogs, and those who die in the fields will be eaten by birds. The message was sent to Baashiah and his family because he had angered the Lord by all of his evil deeds. He was as evil as Jeroboam, despite the fact that the Lord had destroyed all of Jeroboam's descendants for their sin. The rest of Baashiah's biograph, his deeds and conquests, are written in the annals of the kings of Israel. Elah, Baashiah's son, began reigning during the 26th year of the reign of King Uzziah of Judah, but he reigned only 2 years. Then General Zamir, who had charge of half the royal chariot troops, plotted against him. One day, King Elah was half drunk at the home of Arza, the superintendent of the palace in the capital city of Tisra. Zamari simply walked in and struck him down and killed him. This occurred during the 27th year of the reign of King Asa of Judah. Then Zimri declared himself to be the new king of Israel. He immediately killed the entire royal family, leaving not a single male child. He even destroyed the distant relatives and friends of this... distant friends and relatives. Oops. The destruction of the descendants of Baashiah was in line with what the Lord had predicted through the prophet Jua. The tragedy occurred because of the sins of Baashiah and his son Elah, for they had led Israel into worshiping idols, and the Lord was very angry about it. The rest of the history of Eli's reign is written in the annals of the kings of Israel. But Zamari lasted only 7 days, for when the army of Israel, which was then engaged in attacking the Philistine city... it's very windy out here. I gotta itch my head. Philistine city of Gibeath, whatever that is, heard that Zamari had assassinated the king. They decided on General Amari becoming commander-in-chief of the army as their new ruler. So Umari led the army of Gibathion to besiege Tirzah. Tirzah, Israel's capital. When whoever that was saw that the city had been taken, he went into the palace and burned it over him and died in the flames. For he too had sinned just like Jeroboam. Jeroboam. He had worshipped idols and had led the people of Israel into sin with him. The rest of the story of Zimri and the treason are written in the annals of the kings of Israel. But now the kingdom of Israel was split in two. Half the people were loyal to General Omari, and the other half followed Tibni, the son of Ginath. But General Omari won, and Tibni was killed, so Omari reigned without opposition. King Isaiah of Judah had been on the throne 31 years when Omari began his reign over Israel, which lasted 12 years, six of them in Tirzah. Then Omari brought the hill now known as Samaria from its owner. He bought the hill, from its owner Shamir for 4,000 and built a city on it, calling it Samaria in honor of Shamir. But Omari was worse than any of the kings before him. He worshipped idols as Jeroboam had, and led Israel into the same sin. So God was very angry. The rest of Omari's history is recorded in the annual writings of the kings of Israel. When Omari died, he was buried in Samaria, and his son Ahab became king in his place. King Isaiah of Judah had been on the throne 38 years when Ahab became the king of Israel, and Ahab reigned for 22 years. But he was even more wicked than his father Omari. He was worse than any of the kings of Israel, and as though that were not enough, he married Jebzuel, the daughter of King Ethebio of the Sidonians, and then began worshipping Baal. First he built the temple and an altar in for Baal in Samaria. Then he made other idols and did more to anger the Lord God of Israel than any other kings of Israel before him. It is during his reign that Hiel, a man from Bethel, rebuilt Jericho when he laid the foundations. When he laid the foundations, his oldest son Abiram died, and when he finally completed it by setting up the gates, his youngest son Sebuled died, for this was the Lord's curse upon Jericho, as declared by Joshua the son of Nun. Then Elijah the prophet from Tishbe the Gilead told King Ahab, "As surely as the Lord God of Israel lives, the God whom I worship and serve, there won't be any dew or rain for several years until I say the word." Then the Lord said to Elijah, "Go to the east and hide by Cherith Brook at the place east of where it enters the Jordan River. Drink from the brook and eat what the ravens bring you, for I have commanded them to feed you." So he did as the Lord had told him to, and camped beside the brook. The ravens brought him bread, meat. The ravens brought him bread and meat each morning, and evening he drank from the brook. But after a while the brook dried up, for there was no rainfall anywhere in the land. Then the Lord said to him, "Go and live in the village of Zarephath, near the city of Sidon. There is a widow there who will feed you. I have given her my instructions." So he went to Zarephath, Zarephath. I don't know what that says. As he arrived at the gates of the city, he saw a widow gathering sticks, and he asked her for a cup of water. She was going to get it. As she was going to get it, he called to her, "Bring me a bit of bread too." But she said, "I swear by the Lord your God that I haven't a single piece of bread in my house, and I have only a handful of flour left for a little cooking oil in the bottom of the jar. I was just gathering a few sticks to cook this last meal. And then my son and I must die of starvation." But Elijah said to her, "Don't be afraid. Go ahead and cook that last meal, but bake me a little loaf of bread first, and afterwards there will still be enough food for you and your son. For the Lord God of Israel says that there will always be plenty of flour and oil left in your containers until the time when the Lord sends rain and the crops grow again." So she did as Elijah said, and she and Elijah and her son continued to eat from her supply of flour and oil as long as it was needed, for no matter how much they used, there was always plenty left in the containers, just as the Lord had promised through Elijah. But one day the woman's son became sick and died. 'O man of God,' she cried, 'what have you done to me? Have you come here to punish my sins by killing my son?' 'Give him to me,' Elijah replied, and he took the boy's body from her and carried it upstairs to the guest room where he lived, and laid the body on his bed. And he cried out to the Lord, 'O Lord my God, why have you killed the son of this widow with whom I am staying?' And he stretched himself upon the child 3 times and cried out to the Lord, 'O Lord my God, why? O Lord my God, please let this child's spirit return to him.' And the Lord heard Elijah's prayer. And the spirit of the child returned, and he became alive again. Then Elijah took him downstairs and gave him to his mother. 'See, he's alive.' He beamed. 'See, he's alive,' he beamed. 'Now I know for sure that you are a prophet,' she told him afterward, 'and that whatever you say is from the Lord.' It was 3 years later that the Lord told Elijah, 'Go and tell King Ahab that I will soon send rain again.' So Elijah went to tell him. Meanwhile, the famine had become very severe in Samaria. The men in charge of Ahab's household affairs was Abdiah, who was a devoted follower of the Lord. Once when Queen Jezebel had tried to kill all of the Lord's prophets, Abdiah had hidden 100 of them in 2 caves, 50 in each, and had fed them with bread and water. That same day, when Elijah was on the When Elijah was on his way to see King Ahab, the king said to whatever that name is, 'We must check every stream and brook to see if we can find enough grass to save at least some of my horses and mules. You go one way and I'll go the other, and we will search the entire land.' So they did, each going alone. Suddenly, Obadiah saw Elijah coming toward him. Obadiah, Obadiah, recognized him at once and fell to the ground before him. 'Is it really you, my lord Elijah?' he asked. 'Yes, it is.' Yes, it is," Elijah replied. "Now go and tell the king I am here." Okay, so my phone is about to die, so that's all I'm going to do for right now. I'm going to try to make a video of me just talking about how I'm doing today, and then I'll post that. But for now, that's it for my Bible. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully soon I'll get, something. I'll get something to record my... Oh, you guys can't see that at all. What's happening here? Okay, sorry about that. But God bless you guys. Love you, and thank you for watching this video. Peace out.